you call me an OG, right? Well, I'm not. I'm just a performer. I'm
I
just
think
willing
OG
to
is
be on
also
this Milo.
subjective. I think OG is also
Also
subjective.
subjective.
Yeah,
Take it
yeah.
like that. OG is also subjective.
You might be the OG of your college. You might be OG of the
Exactly.
city. You might be
Yeah,
OG
I
of a
might be OG of
particular
my own
random
self.
peak of the... Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
So,
the Indian community has a lot of OGs. Okay.
right, absolutely.
People who started
absolutely.
and all that.
Yeah.
Now there was this guy who is, I mean, incredible at what he does as a battler. Okay. As a battler, make that clear. As a battler, he's incredible at what he does, but then he can't handle failure.
Right.
He will blame it on the judges.
I've seen those people.
Okay.
He will blame it away straight away, dude. No matter who the judge is, how close he is, how new or how big that judge का level is, फर्क नहीं पड़ता उसे. मैं हारा, जज की गलती है भाई. जज को समझने में क्या किया. What is this, dude? If you say that if you're a battler and if you want to be in that category, respect your elders, right? Respect the person who is much on a higher level than you. And
Yeah, I
respect
think a
your
lot of
decisions.
people just see the senior people or the judges as like barriers or gatekeepers rather than
Exactly.
actual designated
Idealizing
people
them.
who know
See,
their job.
that's the difference, right? They see them as
It's like
someone
you're coming between me and my title. That's
exactly.
like their...
That's how they've seen them. They see themselves as a barrier, like you said. कि मैं successful होना चाहता हूँ. This guy is not letting me come in. अरे, dude, he is there because he knows what you don't know.
Absolutely,
And
bro.
if he judges you on the basis of how you have done, and if he thinks that you are not capable enough right now to win that particular battle, take it positively. Be better next time, na.
Yeah,
Not that
people don't
this is
want to
not the
see
first time. Okay,
consistency.
I've seen him every time. Every battle he loses, blame it on the judges every time. And then I have stopped talking to him. I'm not a person to cut off people very easily, but then this guy is out of my list like almost forever. मेरे को चाहिए नहीं ऐसे लोग यार, because that again creates a lot of negativity around yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't think anybody would want negative people around them or toxic people around them, right?
Right.
More than this, I've told him a lot of times, ki, as a battler, what you want to do in life, go on. You want to be the best in life, best in the world now. Go and perform in the best in the world. सामने जाके perform कर. Let him judge you. If you think you have won, keep it to yourself. If you think you have lost, keep it to
अगर
yourself.
मालूम पे जीता चल हाथ ऊपर
That's how it is, right? respect his decision. Like you don't have to blame it उसके ऊपर कि अरे मैंने किया उसने नहीं. अरे what the hell, dude? You're mad or what? Respect
absolutely,
level.
bro.
Respect the level on he is. See now, as I know, you're a stand-up, right? You're a stand-up comic. If you go and perform in front of Zakir, exactly. Everyone is learning.
I think he's learning. Zakir also doesn't.
Everyone is learning. See, even the top beatboxer or every artist is still learning. But then let's have a small comparison, okay? Let's say you idolize Zakir Khan or you idolize Sarmai Bhatt or whoever. Let's take the top of comedians, and let's take me. I'm learning, and let's take the world beatbox champion. Okay, I go perform in front of him. ठीक है? उसको flaws दिखे मेरे में. He says कि next you try next time. You've done very good. You try next time. I said okay. I mean, if you also go, if let's say they give you a comment saying that your build-up, your storyline was not that good, work harder. Would you be like, "Arey, tere ko kya malum hai? This is how I am." Is that how it is? Will you do that?
It can't be. It can't be.
It can never be, right?
Yeah,
because
it
they have
can't
reached
be
a certain level.
Yes.
They have reached a certain level.
Because, bro, like I think Zakir Khan himself said that in an interview to Anupama Chopra. He said that stand-up is the only art form where you can't fool the audience. Like nobody can fool you that you're good because everything is based on laugh.
Exactly.
If they are not laughing, that means that there's something wrong with me. Now, technique-wise, if you want to dive into it or whatever, that is another second layer of analyzing the whole situation. But the whole point is that they are not laughing. So I have to work on my jokes. That's the whole incentive that you have to make people. That's the.
I think as an art form, every art form is like, audience based. It's again, I mean, there is this perspective as well, which I think everyone should also consider. If I'm making something, I have to first love it myself. Then only I can present to someone and think about that they can probably love it. But at the end of the day, it is the other way. But I mean, but every art form is like that, right? You are performing and you want the audience to like it at a certain level at least. So that I mean that is something that is always in your mind. So you can't really say that if the people have not, if the people listening to you or if the people looking at you do not like it, that necessarily
there's something wrong with them.
Exactly. You can't do that.
Exactly.
You can't do that. At the end of the day, it's what you are trying to do, right?
Absolutely.
And now this particular point also comes in matter of fact where a beatboxer, a battler, a beatboxer, a performer. Okay. in battles, if you have a goal, you can't do trial and error method there. Okay, trial and error chalta hi nahi hai if you have a goal in your mind saying that mere ko ye battle jeetna hai. But as a performer, if you go, you don't have to win against anybody, dude. You can go and do whatever you want. A trial and error method is perfect for a performer, not for a battler. And a lot of, why beatboxers, battlers come out of the stage and say that, "Arey yaar, I should have won that," because they wanted to do trial and error method, which didn't work out. Simple as that. That's how it is.
They want both. They want to have the.
They want both. Yeah. They want. They don't. They feel like ये करूँगा तो ये best होगा. How do you know ये best होगा, bro?
I think best is always yet to come.
Best is always yet to come, and you're learning every day. So
absolutely, bro. Absolutely. So having said all of that, you tell me. So you do these 3 quick questions, like not a rapid fire sort of. Cool. Like like give me 3 quick answers. For a layman who wants to pursue beatboxing career, what are the avenues? Like you said, like you can go and perform in college fest, you can do your own shows, you can be a battler, etc. Do beatboxers have like mixtapes or like albums that come out, or they feature on other artists like rappers, or they go in cyphers? What are the avenues that beatboxers have currently?
Okay.
Immortalize their work, like to put it out there for like a streaming platform, something like that.
Understood. So now you're asking me that if a person wants to come into beatboxing, kya fayda hai? Why, like, what are the avenues for him to come, and how does he portray himself? Right?
Not fayda, as in like how to channelize the beatbox.
Okay.
More in that one. Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, beatboxing, see, any form of art is not easy initially.
Absolutely.
Okay? You have to adapt to it. You have to first respect the art, first thing.
Correct.
Understand it, know a little bit of it. That's it. History, थोड़ा history जान लो कि क्या है, किसने क्या किया है. Respect that art form and adapt to it and understand what it is basically. Now, a lot of people think beatboxing is just making noises from their mouth, which is
it's a lot more than that, of course.
Which is obviously not true, and which can't be, because
we were talking to a techno artist. Like, having said that, we were talking to a techno artist, and the usual perception of techno is that it's music for people who want to get high. But there's so much more that goes into. So I'm sure that it's the same for beatboxing as well. Right?
Definitely.
Right. So,
see, and one more thing is that every person, like let's say any person, any particular person who is in the music industry will respect any art form you give to him, any art form of music, because he understands what goes into it and how that particular art form is resonated by the artist, right? So now, as a beatboxer, what we do is we mimic various sound effects. We don't make noises. I say book chick, that chick, nahi. We make sure that everything that comes out of our mouth has a beat, has a rhythm, has a groove to it. Right? Yeah. So that is what beatboxing is. You have to understand how it is started. Kya hota hai? Thoda basic seekh lo. What kids nowadays do who are getting into the art of beatboxing now, they see the world champs, they see the top names in the beatboxing, and they want to be like them. And they don't start with the basics, they directly go to the complex stuff, and which ruins the entire thing, which ruins their entire mindset. Their basics are not clean. Their initial understanding is not clear, but they know complex sounds. Kya fayda hai, bro? That's how it is. But then again, if you want to go there, you have to channelize yourself step by step. Become a beatboxer or become a person who knows what beatboxing is. Then you go out and tell people that you're doing this. Or whenever you see, I remember my first open mic was with you, Bharat.
Is it?
Orange Octopus. Yeah.
Okay. Glad to have you. Right.
That was
I think you did a lot more. I think you did a lot more than coming to our open.
See, that was my first open mic which I performed. See, audience ke samne I performed a lot. Say, shadi mein, openings mein, fests mein and all that. But then an open mic where there are only artists who know. Okay? A room full of artists who will judge me on what I'm performing. That's the first time I performed that with you, I remember. Okay?
Right. Absolutely. Legacy bar, I remember.
That happened. And then from there, everything goes on. Right? You have to channelize yourself where to go and किसके सामने perform करना है. I can't go and perform in front of anybody and everyone, right? Because if I go and perform, I say 60, 70 years लोगों के सामने, they will not be able to even grasp what is going on.
Right.
On the other hand, if I go and perform in front of kids of 5 years, 6 years, they will be like, yay, that's it. Where's the feedback? So go and perform in front of somebody who will actually give you advice and feedback. Right. See, judgment and feedbacks are very important for any art form. And taking that positively is more than anything. Okay. Every feedback, see, negative critique hote hai, and critique also has to be taken in a very positive aspect. My biggest critic is my mom, to be honest. Everything I do, everything I produce, everything I make, mix and all, my first person I make it listen to is my mom. But side mein बैठी रहती है hall में, I go, mom सुनो. Like there's a little rush where you have to build up your beatbox, and there's this that. Like perfect.
Wow.
I come back, I work on it, I go and make listen. And like nahin, that thakda thakda, the English song hai, you're making it sound like a Indian classic beat. Nahin, mat kar. You make it in this. See, that's how it is. That's how you have to take it, right? And if I tell her, ki, Arey, what do you know? I know better than you. Arey, what is this? You're going to an audience, perform in front of audience will understand, right? And take that feedback and implement that in your work. Third thing, platforms bahut hai. I will, as a beatboxer, I will take a name. His name is Anivox. Okay.
Okay.
He's on Instagram. He is everywhere. He is the current loop station champion of Colossal. He's an amazing guy, amazing loop station artist in India. One of the best, I can tell you. He has his EP released on Spotify.
Okay.
Okay, I forgot what it is called. Anivox, I'm so sorry if you're watching this. I forgot what an EP is called. Let me just find it across. His beatbox EP. What he does, he's a loop station artist, right?
Okay. You basically put a beat and then you just
yes.
adding layers to it.
Yeah, he adds layer, and he's a loop station artist basically. He has around 8 tracks of his on Spotify. He's released his EP right there. This is how it is, right? When you asked me, can beatboxers have their own EPs? Yes, they do have. And this is the first, I mean, in my perspective, the first.
So having said that, I'd like to just add a small question. Who are your top 3 favorite beatboxers? Could be in India, could be anywhere. Just who are your 2
Oh God, this is one thing which I hate to answer, Bharat.
No, be honest, bro. That's honestly.
All right. So see,
yeah.
like I don't like battlings and I don't like battlers.
Okay,
not in a person way, but as a beatboxers. But then if you ask me my top beatboxers, one of them would be obviously the UK champ, Ballsy, who I met in Pune at Zelib. I performed with him.
Part I had a question for you also.
Yeah, basically, let's.
It's like Inception, but
cool.
No, we'll. I mean, it's in continuation to this. So you go ahead and then we'll jump on.
Just briefly summarize how was the experience also performing.
We
were
perfect.
That only. Could you mention it?
Yeah. So the first name would be the UK beatbox champion, Ballsy Beatbox. He is right now one of the finest and the cleanest beatboxers in the entire world, I know, like according to my knowledge. There are a lot of them. Like, I'm not saying again that there are no better beatboxers than him. There are a lot of them. But according to me and according to my perspective, for me, the first name which comes out when you say beatboxing and the person who I want to look out for is look up to, not look out for, but look up to would be Ballsy. The next 2 names would definitely at any given point of life would be Hilal and Sunil. Any given point.
Great.
Any given point. And
that's a very nice. That's a very nice way of looking at it.
Because see, because I have made a lot of friends, a lot of enemies as well. Dost hai, dushman bhi hai. And I can give you a lot of names. Bahut sare hai.
I know it's a very stupid thing, but I'm like, what do beatboxer enemies do in a fight? Do they make punching noises?
I'll tell you what they do. See, when you say, right, I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends like Decipher, Beatraw, Anivox. Bahut sare hai. Karun Krishna, Dilip. Bahut sare hai. But then
I think Bumbeats is also from our scene, right?
Bumbeats also is there. Bumbeats is from Pune. Yes, Bumbeats is one of the nicest guys I've met in the community.
Right. Same.
बहुत दिल का बहुत साफ बंदा है, bro. He's very genuine. Yeah, he takes, and I told you, right, the person should take critique in a positive way. Bumbeats is the guy who takes it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have good friends in community, so I can tell कि ये मेरे अच्छे दोस्त हैं, so these are my inspirations. नहीं, bro. My inspiration and my idols for look up to Sunil, Hilal. One extra person would be Ballsy in an international. That's it. But this doesn't mean that I don't respect or idolize others.
Oh, right.
That's how it is. Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. So also now bringing us to part by. So this is what we call the corporate question.
Yeah.
Like
so
that we have.
So it's the very cliched corporate question is, how do you look at the scene in the coming years? So let's say not beatboxing in general, but overall scene, music scene, and even on the beatboxing side. And how do you look at it? I mean, what do you think is the future for this?
So see, So I am not an expert to give or make statements here. But then, according to me, as an artist or as a part of the community, I mean, it is obvious for me to put up my point of view. तो क्या होता है अभी क्या चल रहा है, मतलब क्या था, क्या है और क्या होगा, that's what it is, right? So what it was back in 2015 or 2016, see, there are beatboxers who have been beatboxing for the past 10 years, 12 years, okay? But then from the time I have been doing it, I have been seeing a lot drastic changes. It was nothing and it is here now. And it's going to go even above that. I can bet you on that. And if you see, let's talk about the music industry first, all right? Tell me one thing, the Bollywood so-called cliche things, where are the good musicians now? Where are the good writers? Where is the good music which was produced, let's say 7 years back? Now all you see is some few beats. मैं इतनी सुंदर हूँ, मैं क्या करूँ, मैं मेरे पास लैम्बो है, मेरे पास गाड़ी है, मेरे पास बंगला है, और मैं क्या करूँ, तू बता मैं क्या करूँ?
Bro, that song also is an indie artist song.
Yeah. Again, what I was talking about is the meaningful music. किधर है? बहुत कम है भी तो बहुत कम है. Now, if you want to look at the international movies or see, I'm not comparing the industries, but then it is essential for me to point out things. Abhi, Indian movies, you tell me, why do they run so much? Why is Indian movies so hyped up? उनके musics, उनके cast, that's it. Storyline गया भाड़ में. You tell me how many Indian movies have come up with an amazing storyline. See, I'm not saying there are none, but there are very few. Very few of them.
Yep.
See, now, unrealistic stuff, Bollywood also does, Hollywood also does. But the way you portray it to the audience is what matters. And music also the same thing. The industry right now, see, this is a very sad thing about the industry, that politics har jagah hai. And a very sad thing is that they like independent artists, but they are not giving them right platforms. Now, I would point out one guy from Pune, Tejas Gambhir.
Yeah.
He's released his songs. He signed up with a.
He did that song.
Jana Zaruri Hai.
Yeah. No, he did. He got during the lockdown. He got popular for his thing that he done. Abhijit song that he covered.
Right. Yeah. So that's how it is right now. What I would suggest, or I would say, is the industry is not open enough for new music. Is what I feel. You look up Himanshu's music. You look up Piyush's musics. What amazing lyrics! What amazing music these people have.
Right.
And I'm not saying that these people have to be included in the industry music and all that. No, these people are best at what they do. They are best at where they are. But then,
unless they're not interfered with.
Exactly.
They're not interfered with. Yeah.
Exactly. If that is how it is now, that people have to adapt to new culture. Even beatboxing. Who would have thought that one day a movie would give two young beatboxers so much of fame? Decipher, Beatro.
Yeah.
These guys have got what fame? You tell me. Before Gully Boy,
I named him and you were like, "That's my friend." That's the best testament. Randomly named that person. That was another level of surreal for me.
Yeah. So you tell me. Yeah, so before Gully Boy, nobody even cared about what beatboxing is so much like they now. Commercializing an art form is very important, is what I feel.
Right.
But commercializing has to go in a very, very subtle way and a very clean way. Not that I say commercial ho jao, I say famous ho jao. That particular song, which you were talking about, commercial hua, kaise hua? Kyun hua? Like, hum kya kare fir? तुम ये हो तुम हम क्या कर रहे हैं? That particular negative vibe is there. So not negative, but then it's a funny side of it, which I would not like. See, commercial or famous or good for you, but then how many people are actually adapting that culture of yours? After Gully Boy, कितने सारे beatboxers, कितने सारे rappers बाहर आए bro. There were so many artists coming up after Gully Boy. That's how I would like the world to run, like our industry to run. Let's forget about the world. Let's forget about India. महाराष्ट्र में नहीं तो बॉलीवुड में, लेट्स से महाराष्ट्र भी छोड़ दो, बॉलीवुड इंडस्ट्री में I would like things to run this way, that every person adapts and gets recognized in a good way, that people adapt to his art form. Now, if you listen to Himanshu's music, he doesn't sound Indian, to be honest. What amazing voice, what amazing lyrics, what amazing music he plays. I made that EP, I made mom listen to it, I made my friends listen to it. They're like, is he from India or is he your friend? I'm like, yeah, he's a Marathi. Sawan hai wo. Himanshu Sawan. Wow. And I make my friends, or I make sure their music is reached to everybody I know. Himanshu ka hua, your stand-ups. I've seen you. Piyush's EP, Anivox's EP. Beatraw, Decipher ke tag team stuff. I make sure everybody knows what is going on in the world because people are not, see, it's a very harsh truth again. People don't appreciate new things and they don't want to adapt to new things. They don't want to take risks. Industry
until they're not completely mainstream.
Exactly. Mainstream होना जरूरी नहीं है, bro. Mainstream होना जरूरी नहीं है because mainstream लोगों के दिमाग में है. If you think, 10 साल पहले dancing बहुत mainstream था, right? Dancing has always been mainstream. Dancing, singing. 2-3 साल के बाद beatboxing mainstream हो जाएगा. So you know that's how it's going on. Now you tell me,
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah, when you ask me how is the thing going to be for beatboxing in a couple of years, right? I feel, I was talking to one of my mentors here. We were sitting there, he got me his MIDI keyboard and all that. So we were discussing how the live performances work. See, I'm a producer, but I produce on FL Studio. But then I came across this Ableton Live thing feature where you can perform live and you can do whatever you want there. So that's how it is now. What do producers do? What do DJs do? They record some samples, they play it in the club, they get popularized, they make people groove. But then how many DJs can sing? How many DJs can beatbox? Not many, right? But then what I feel in the next 5 years, let's take it 5 years.
Multifaceted people, I guess.
No, let's say next 5 years, DJs will be turned into beatboxes. If I say that let's remove the DJ deck, have a loop station in there and a beatboxer coming and playing his loops like 3 minutes.
That'll be insane, bro.
That's how it's going to be. I can bet you. And even like, let's say recently Raftar, Divine and all had been to a club where they
I think Punya Pop ka launch party na.
Punya Pop ka launch party tha. Imagine right there is no DJ. There is these artists, the top artist, Divine and all, and there are beatboxers behind them. They are giving live music.
That's wonderful, bro. That's wonderful.
Imagine how that scene would be. And that is how I think it would be because, see, the revolution has always been there. Revolution, evolution, whatever we call it, has to go on. Music industry will change, not immediately, but not now, but slowly it will. And I see beatboxing as a very, very, very crucial element of music in the coming years. It will change how people listen and how people adapt to it. See, main thing is Abibi, like how it has become. Dilip, is a beatboxer from Bangalore. He's a part of my crew. He got featured for Instagram Reels.
Oh, I think I saw.
Yeah, IPL ke time
on Spotify, right?
Yeah, IPL ke time he had this ad of his published. This is how it's going on, right? Right. And then every other advertisement, even if you see, beatbox elements have been use ho raha hai beatbox. You can make out how ad music has been changed. Beatbox elements use ho rahe hai. There is this one of my friend called Mansi Nene from Pune, the female artist who gave beatbox for this Kit Kat advertisement. That airport wala, if you remember.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that thing she gave music, and then there are a lot of people who are doing it commercially, but on a very subtle way, and that's how it should be. Commercial hona, see, views are not getting commercial. Commercial hona is something where people accept your art form and they adapt to it. Getting views, fake views, bahut mil sakte hai, bro. Even you know. But then, what is the use of what is I mean, you also know. I think we know the concept of how this works, right? Exactly, getting commercialized.
Lakh rupees. No, but I like that artist. I like that artist irrespective of that. I think the views thing is it is for other reasons, for brand value, for brand deals, and for competing. It's like competing in terms of being top, in terms of that is what dictates your brand value. So
see, we can't always say this. We can't always say that ye fake views hai, ye nahi hai. We don't know, right? But then
most of them are like a lot of 30 to 40 million views are always inflated in every video.
Exactly. So we can't say that, but that's all. Getting commercialized for me is getting your music recognized in places. That's it.
That's a wonderful thing, bro.
I'll tell you, there's this journalist on Instagram. He has around 2,500 followers, but he's verified. He's verified on Instagram. So that's getting commercial. That's getting success. And there are a lot of other people who have like 300k, 700k followers, but that's not verified. That means there is some locha kuch ho raha hai na, bro. That's how it is. So recognition is only commercializing is recognition. That's it.
Absolutely.
Get commercialized to recognize your music, to people to understand tera kya hai. That's it. So That's how it is.
Wonderful, bro. Wonderful. So on that note, bro, that beautiful note, because it was really interesting to hear your whole POV on the whole scene, bro, because you've been there for a considerable amount. So I'm sure you have a very sorted and a very verified opinion on the whole thing. So that was really great to hear. And this is what the whole podcast is for. So we're glad to talk to you. In fact, I was just hoping we could talk more, but I think we should do that for another time. So thank you. And I'm sure we'll do another one very soon.
Definitely.
Thank you so much for joining us, bro. Thank you so much for joining us. Cheers.
Thank you so much for having me here, bro.
My pleasure, bro. My pleasure. And send us some crates.
Yes.
We'll ping you, I think. But people who made it to this point of the podcast, Milind, this probably might be a two-part because there have been.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. So I think the information, rather than condensing, it should just be distributed properly so that people can understand what you're talking about. You've spoken about a bunch of things. So people who made it till this point, please go and follow Milind. Milind, please tell your Instagram ID.
My Instagram ID is MILIND, which is Milind _BAILEY. It's Bailey. It's Milind _Bailey. So you can come and follow me there. And Bharat and Parth, there are a lot of things we have to talk about. I mean, see, this was just an overview, but then बहुत जल्दी I'm hoping to get in touch with you all again and do another where we have something more more deeper and more
Oh, absolutely. This is like the interface. It's like the index. Now we'll try to chapters.
I will do that. This is the good things to happen.
Preface of the book. So
yeah. This was a very, very subtle way.
Lots of bitching.
I hope you guys liked what you heard, and I hope this.
Absolutely.
See, I couldn't.
I think I learned a bunch of things today. To be honest.
Same.
See, I'm not sure how much I could give out on how much I could send out to you across the platforms for you to understand what I'm saying. But then there are a lot of things which have to be spoken also, right? This podcast, what we did was we spoke about whatever we did, right? Like how things were, how it is now, and what it is. But then as an individual, a lot of things to tell, a lot of things to reach out to people. बहुत कुछ बोलना है लोगों को. Instead of the artist, the normal people need to know a lot about every artist, right? Every artist wants himself to be recognized, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
One thing I remember I mentioned about getting aggressive on the stage as a battler.
Yep.
I told you I'll point out this at the end of the podcast. So Indian Beatbox Championship, first Indian Beatbox Championship, which I organized. I mean, not solely, but I was the initial person to
founding
and talk about that particular championship to get it happening. This happened in Nagaland. So it's a Kohima festival, Nagaland Kohima mein festival tha. So Hornbill Festival. So that time this happened, first Beatbox Championship. I don't know how many of the people know that I was a part of the initial planning of this thing. So that particular first Indian Beatbox Championship cost one of the artists to lose his championship because of his aggression on stage. The judge made sure he tells it out right there. He told it to the performer, just because you were aggressive, you lost your chance to become the champion. That's it. He told it out. He told him, because tu itna aggressive tha, you're not going to the next round. Simple as that. That has to be kept in mind.
So basically, guys, the moral of the story is be chilled out. Don't take yourself too seriously, and don't get too involved, and don't get too self-indulgent in terms of.
Don't. It's never worth it. Your peace of mind and you, jaan hai to jahan hai, bro. You just be alive, be cool. Drink Red Bull, get wings, fly. Fly to Nagaland, come across, and respect every art form. Respect and adapt to what we have. We an artists want to give it to you. Listen to us once, and if you don't like, TK, but then don't come to a conclusion without even giving it a try. Maybe stand up, maybe music, maybe beatboxing, maybe whatever. Come to the art form, understand it. Agar acha laga to please be here. Nahi acha laga to you have a lot of things to do in life. So a lot of other artists you can listen to. And one shout out to Red Bull. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for not sending us.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Hilal, Sunil, and entire crew of mine, Beats Club.
Absolutely.
Because of who I'm here. And
shout out to Decipher Bhai.
That's right, Decipher Bhai.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me here. It was glad.
Our pleasure. We'll definitely do one very soon now. And
Yes,
now
definitely,
we've
definitely.
spoken about it, we'll definitely do it.
Yeah.
And guys, please go and follow soundcloud.pod on Instagram. We
Please
are
do.
putting a new podcast every Friday on our YouTube channel. On Spotify, I guess every Monday. So
Yeah.
thank you so much. I'm looking forward to you guys to check out all of our other podcasts, and we'll hopefully have Milind again. And thank you so much, Milind. Hope to see
Thank
you
you
around,
so
bro.
much, Parth. Thank you so
Much
much
love.
for
Thank
Thank
having
you
me.
so much.
Thank
Love
you for
to-
being
Cheers,
with
bro.
us.
Thank you
Respect.
so much.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
See you, bro. Bye.